Hello and welcome, my name is Stephen Buck and I am a psychic medium. The call to let go lies at the core of humanity's many spiritual traditions. Non-attachment to outcomes, surrendering desires, accepting the present, opening to the guidance of a higher power, relinquishing the ego.
Forgiveness, they all entail a letting go. Why is letting go so important? Holding on, these teachings repeatedly affirm, limits perception, makes us tense, and obscures our true nature. Moreover, it lies at the root of most our suffering. Letting go, on the other hand, brings relief, ease, joy, and love. Tilda Peter Russell. Okay, this is going to go far and deep, but it's because this is the way we are loved by the whole of consciousness, in a deep way. Consciousness, the universe / the God / goddess in you / your higher self, not only profoundly loves you, but also has a very high opinion of you and knows that you are capable of going far and deep, and it will bring you there if you surrender. Consciousness, in fact, is not separate from you. You and consciousness are the same. At this point of your spiritual path, you can see how consciousness, the real you, has always been guiding you. You can now look back at your past and see how you used to live from the ego, how heavy and tiring that was, and how many traps you set up for yourself. You can see how living from the ego meant living in scarcity and fear. You now have come far enough to own your responsibility in this process. You realize that you were never a victim and that you created your own circumstances. Importantly, you have learned not to judge yourself for what you might have considered mistakes in the past. Now, you know there was never a mistake. Now, you know that the path has always been perfect, guided, and has served you. It's all thanks to this perfect path that you have opened up, one layer at a time, to more and more of who you really are and who you came here to be. What a wonderful ride. Now you can live from a different dimension. You can see shifts happening, ease and flow coming into your life in ways that you would never have considered possible before. You are given a taste of what heaven on earth can really be, and this is a blessing. And yet, consciousness is asking for more. One of the ways the universe is showing you the path to more is to take away the bliss from you. It takes it momentarily, but it does take it away. Why, you may ask? That would be cruel. No, it's not cruel, it's pure love. The reason why consciousness does this is to teach you non-attachment. Non-attachment to anything, not even to your own bliss. As awakening beings, we are learning not to attach ourselves to material things or to people. As spiritual consciousness seekers, we tend to strive to reach a state of inner peace, love, and connection to all. Yet, every time we go through a shift in awakening, we experience the opposite of this state. We witness the ego rising, fears coming, sadness and sometimes anger rising up, and we judge ourselves for this. We feel like we are back to square one. We judge ourselves for not feeling centered, peaceful, and for the way we feel that we are not projecting love and light all around us when our ego comes to challenge us. We hope that this state be as brief as possible, for us to go back to the peace we had before. This whole drama happens because we are attached to our peace, to our bliss. And every attachment is a trap. If you want to become whole, let yourself be partial. If you want to become straight, let yourself be crooked. If you want to become full, let yourself be empty. If you want to be reborn, let yourself die. If you want to be given everything, give everything up. Tilda Lao Tzu. Edging. Would you be willing not to be attached to your own peace? Would you be willing to love yourself so unconditionally that your love of you is not conditioned to the particular inner state you are feeling? The reason why consciousness seems to keep us in this trap of awakening / sleeping and expanding / contracting is because it loves us. Yes, it loves us so much that it wants us free from our own attachments and capable of unconditional love towards ourselves. It wants us to open up to our innate ability to have deep compassion for ourselves, even when we feel we are at our lowest point, and, especially during those times, to love ourselves unconditionally. This is when we become truly free from any attachment, and this is also when we become able to love, forgive, and have unconditional compassion and love for others because we become capable of totally and deeply loving ourselves. We all seem able to love a newborn baby unconditionally. We don't condition our love to the way the baby is feeling, or love him / her only when he / she appears to be peaceful, joyful, and projecting love and light around him/her. We also love newborns when they cry or are sick, or when they feel down. In fact, we often love them even more in those cases. And yet, we don't seem to be able to love ourselves that way. We judge our feelings when we consider them of a lower nature, rather than opening up to the wisdom that they carry. In doing so, we cut ourselves off from our own inner guidance, and from the voice within that tries to communicate to us through those very feelings that we judge. Somehow, we have the arrogance to believe that we, the children of the universe, are not perfect. We believe that our feelings are not perfect, that our emotions and the signals coming from our bodies are not perfect. We strive for perfection while losing sight of the perfection that is already in us. This is the invitation that consciousness is sending to us through our awakening experience, to love ourselves unconditionally, to see our perfection even when we feel less than blissful, to let go of the attachment to our own awakened feelings, and just to be who we already are. Consciousness, the real you, is love. You are, indeed, pure love and light. Just receive it. Do not strive for anything, not even for awakening. Just receive your divine presence. Just open up the door, a little bit more, to the miracle that you already are. No striving, no attaching yourself to anything, no judging, just being, and expressing, and playing in this wonderful life. Dear wonderful, attachment-free life. Why do you think so many people expect others to love and accept them fully, but they can't love and accept themselves fully? You can share your insights by joining the conversation in the comment section below. Report this ad. Sharing is caring. Letting go of attachment, a journey of awakening. Letting go of attachment, a journey of awakening.